Right, John, it's a disappointing result, but I could see some positive aspects from what we've seen from training this week. What did you make of today's game?
Very bitty and scrappy. Fallen on the wrong side of it again, haven't we? After coming back 1-0, and I think we were pushing. Outstanding 𝗦𝗀𝘀𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗀. I didn't see their goal coming. I mean, it was a beautiful finish from him. He's a top player, top goal scorer. John 𝗦𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗲𝗀. His first goal was outstanding as well. And they've took the chances. You know, they're a good side. Then the way they play, the way they can adapt. You know, the 6 games this season, they probably played half of them with 3 at the back, and they've adapted to a different system today. I think probably to try and counteract what we were going to do, and it worked for them. They scored deservedly, went 1-0 up. It was a brilliant header. You have to have a look at the take back, but you've got to get out and stop the cross. Can you perhaps get a bit tight with him? Great worked set piece from our point of view from a corner. And I think obviously the chance that Jude's had where the keeper's pulled off a worldie and then we've hit the post. It's a different story, Nick, but at the minute, against a full-time Kings Lynn and Kidderminster and Chester, we're just falling on the wrong side of things. You know, we're not being dominated, we're not getting hammered. All right, you can look at the kiddie scores, I suppose, which we talked about the 5 minutes, but we're just falling on the wrong side. We're learning the hard way here. That's what's going on. You know, from our point of view, we're trying to be a certain team and playing a certain way, but we're getting punished from the opposition because they're better than us. You know, there's no point with it. I've said it to you before. There's no point doing a deep-rooted investigation. It doesn't require that. At the minute, we're playing against teams that are better than us, with that are punishing us with goals where you go in, wow, that's fair play. It's a great finish, that, and we're missing little chances, half chances that we're getting. But fair play, they were a better side. Again, we've talked about it before. You know, we've just got to stick together. Once we get that first win, we'll be absolutely fine. But at the minute, you know, I couldn't tell you last time we put the same 11 on the pitch, which is a problem for us from a consistency level. I talked to you on training at Thursday. That was a big issue. So you've got half the team there that didn't train Thursday, a couple that come back from illness. So I've got every excuse under the sun for you. But from our point of view, we're just falling on that wrong side, just slightly. I think most sides we played against, the manager will do an interview, said, yeah, we're a good team, but we don't want to be known as being gallant losers. You know, we've got to start really putting pressure on our taking our chances when they come.
You say obviously being on the wrong side. I feel like it's being repeated. You've said it week after week so far, but in terms of being on that wrong side, how can you change that?
Yeah, it's a great question. To get on the right side of things is that when you apply that pressure and you get your opportunity, you've got to take them, and you've got to stay concentrated for 90 minutes. We played 6 games, not kept a clean sheet, and you can't go in there and scream and shout at any of the back three, you know, Brad, Josh or Rick, in terms of mistakes or the way they've defended or played or individual battles that they've had. What we've done is we've come up against a top finisher today who's punished us. You know, outside of their 2 goals, I'm not thinking of too many. I think they had a good chance early doors where Matt's pulled off a great save himself, and they got a corner off it. Can't think of too many chances that they've had, but that's what good teams do. They absorb pressure and they punish you at the other end. Chester did it to us. Kiddie certainly did it to us. Hereford didn't manage to do that on Monday. That was a game of basketball. Whereas today they've absorbed a little bit of pressure. And we've not took our opportunities, and that's all it is. You know, you can't go deep analysing things. You know, you just gotta, like you did last year when it kept falling on the wrong side. We had bad performances last year and won, and it masked a lot of things. But no one cares when you're winning games. When you're losing, people feel like you have to go away and overanalyse, and you don't. We just got to focus on the next game, analyse what we've got available to us in terms of personnel, and then try and just, if there are any little mistakes that we're making that we keep getting punished on, what are they and how do we fix them?
Obviously, you say it every time, look ahead now to the next game. Quick turnaround once again, Tuesday night, 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, a club you're both familiar with. What do you think? Well, I say what you're thinking. You know we're limited at numbers at the minute, but what are your plans for that game?
To try and win. You know, 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 are travelling on a Tuesday night. You know, we've had to travel midweek to Chester, which is about an hour and 15. 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, he's probably 3 hours with traffic on Tuesday, so we've got to be on the front foot. They'll be saying the same sort of things. They'll know that we've got that little bit of lacking in confidence because of the 3 defeats we've had. But yet we've only lost 1 more game than Kidderminster have. We were sat second, I think. So and 1 more than Kings Lynn have. So we're not. It's the beginning of the season. We've had a tough start on paper. Did they expect us to be in a better position, have more points? Absolutely, especially with 3 home games. But we've played some good sides. We've played some good teams that are going to be absolutely nowhere near the bottom. In fact, they'll all be challenging at the top end. We've been punished. So from my point of view, we keep ploughing, keep our heads down, keep trying to do the right things, and that win will come.
Gotta say, you've got to look at it as this first month's done. Looking to the next month, starting from tomorrow.
Yeah. Listen, you know how we work. We know how we group our games. We're looking at that now. We're probably 4 points behind where we expected to be, and that was being realistic as well. We've got to try and make that back in the second block. But we've had a baptism of fire. We've had some decent performances here and there. But today, the better team won. Simple as.
Last but not least, obviously the fans, you shall always mention, be patient, stick with us. The wins are coming. Any words for them that came down today?
The fans know what we're doing. You know, we know them all well enough, and they know us well enough. They know what we're doing. You know, I keep telling you, as a football club, this football club's only going one way. For the first time in 18 months, it's going through a sticky patch. What's our sticky patch? It's 3 defeats in 6 games. They don't need telling. We don't need telling. You know, we all stick together. Of course we do. And when we get that win, that first win, we keep our feet on the ground. Because I have no doubt when we do get that win, we'll still probably be in the bottom 4 or 5, and then we've got to put a run together. But it all comes to do with sticking together. We can't. No football club has an upward trajectory and wins every game. We had an over the top season last year. This year it's a little bit tougher, but it'll come good. We just got to stick with it.
Cheers, John. Thank you.